Many thanks for staying with us, and the program is still Newsday coming to you. I'm still on the issue of the pump price. The discussion cuts across all strata of the society. It is proof of how Nigerians feel about the increase. Having heard from the people on the streets, we want to hear from those that have a better grasp of the issue. For that, we have in the studio a public affairs analyst, MAHADI SHEHU. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So what do you think are the reasons behind the government's move on increasing the pump price of petrol for the third time in just 3 months?
I wouldn't want to believe that the increase in the pump price, because the president is bearing it. Just a moment ago, the junior state minister for petrol resources came on the air. It's all over the media now, that in the first place, it was an unavoidable increase. In the second place, Mr. President is not even aware. I do not want to believe that in a country of 200 million people, somebody can take us for a ride at this moment in this hour. If the president is not aware, it means something somewhere somehow is fundamentally wrong. It means we are on autopilot. It means some people are in charge. This has been the insinuation many years back that Mr. President is not in charge. There are other people who are calling the shots. Let that be aside. The increase in petroleum price is predicated on unknown variables, unknown economic policies, and unknown reasons. The reasons have always been UK are selling petrol at 340 for a litre. Rwanda are selling 380. South Africa are selling 330, and so on and so forth. Now, they can sell by petroleum price at 1,000 or 2,000 if they like pounds per litre in UK, because look at the living condition in the UK. As a citizen in the UK, your child go to school free. When you are sick, you go to the hospital free. You don't need to own a car because car is a luxury. You have a fantastic, functional, reliable, dependable public transport system in buses, in taxis, in coaches, in trains that are operational, functional, and highly affordable. So you can't compare that system where everything is working to a system where nothing is working. Nothing operates in Nigeria. Therefore, that argument is an insult to the collective intelligence of all Nigerians. But let me also add that I congratulate Nigerians, not sarcastically, in the real sense of the word. We thank Mr. President for the increase in pump price. We thank Mr. President for increase in the cost of power. We thank Mr. President for increase in all forms of taxes. Why am I thanking him? I am thanking him because those of us who are sleeping had been waking up. Those in deep slumber will wake up. Those in denial will now begin to appreciate that there is no time for them to deny now. It is now crystal clear that we need to devise a way and means of evaluating people who come forward seeking for leadership. We must go beyond, like for me, nobody will ever come and talk to me about the North, or about the South, or about the East, or about the West, or about the Middle Belt. Nobody will talk that nonsense to me anymore. Gone are those days. I will be looking for a day when Nigerians will wake up from their slumber, look for an objective scale and criteria of assessing whom do they trust with power. Not based on any menial consideration, but based on a leader who is just, fair, credible, capable, responsible, and who is not selfish, who will listen when people talk, who will take advices, who will not cage himself and bring people around him that are selfish, greedy, irresponsible to the extent that they only know what will happen at a time when it has already happened. Leaders who will only think of their family members and their immediate friends as the only responsibility they have in governance. We don't subscribe to this type of leadership. We are looking forward to a leader who will be a responsible person wherever he may come from.
All right, so some organizations and political positions are agitating for a peaceful demonstration. Do you think by any chance this will help in the reduction of the fuel price, so to say?
Well, they will never come down to what people need. They are not people oriented, they don't listen. But let me also say that TUC, NLC, NUPENG, all those names of pressure groups and trade unions, you are a total disappointment to this nation. The body language is that you have been greatly, consistently, and continuously been compromised. You don't need to seek for public opinion to know what would have been your rightful action. The federal government is fully aware that you will do nothing because you impact very, very minimally on public opinion. That you don't have the courage, you don't have the guts, you don't have the audacity, you don't even have the wherewithal to call for demonstration. You can demonstrate as you like, but I'm sure the type of government we have in place now will never listen to you. They will never reverse. They think they have the wisdom and the courage to continue doing what they wish they will do without taking into consideration any public opinion.
All right, so what are just the negative consequences of this move on the masses?
The consequences are that there will be a multiplier effect. In fact, the simple reason is that what you have to buy with 500 naira now, your 500 naira has been reduced to 250 naira now. Your 1,000 naira is now 500 naira now. Your 10,000 naira is 5,000 naira now. Your 100,000 naira is just 50,000 naira, and continue like that. It is a devaluation by force. It is a devaluation at a time when people, 70% of Nigerians are living below poverty line. They are living abject poverty. So the meaning is now that you go to a market where the trader will give an excuse that he has to pay 100% cost of transportation to bring the goods to the market. Where the person who is using electricity will tell you he is paying 100% more than he was paying before, therefore he is transferring the cost to you. The meaning is more hardship, more people going out of school, more starvation, more hunger, more fight between the landlord and the tenants, more this, more that, more this, more that, endlessly. It means it is going to be a situation where everybody will be for himself, God for us all, survival of the fittest, and the devil take the hindermost.
All right, so with the consequences you've just outlined, what is the way out?
The way out is that Nigerians should wake up from this deep slumber. We have been shortchanged. We have been on autopilot. We have been taken for granted. We have invested where we have not reaped anything. Therefore, think wisely, Nigerians. Act wisely, Nigerians. Behave wisely, Nigerians. Next time around, do your homework before you choose anybody who come in the gap of leadership, but who at the end of the day, after getting power at every level of governance, he abandons you, he betrays you, he takes you for granted, and he would want to instill fear into you, because people who betray and destroy and break their own promises, they don't like questions. Nobody wants to be asked any question now among the leaders, because the questions are hard to be answered.
All right, thank you so much, MAHADI SHEHU, for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
And that was MAHADI SHEHU, a public affairs analyst, speaking out his mind on the recent increase of pump price of petrol in the country. The program continues after this break. Stay with us.